Alright, so we're gonna jump in here and do a quick match. Hopefully it works out in my favor. It tends to be hit or miss whenever I do these. Um, I don't exactly have a lot of cards, so when it comes to playing with a deck, I really only have two viable options, which would be the rogue or the priest, because those are the two that I really have a lot of cards for to be able to build decks with and use.
Anduin
That's
versus
kind of good going
Gul'dan.
against a Warlock, because he tends to have a lot of
The
cards
light
that
shall
will take
bring
his own
victory.
health. So we'll see how this goes. This is your first selection. You can always, select a card that you decide you want to get rid of just by clicking on it, and then you hit confirm. If there's cards that you typically don't want to have early on in the game, that's why you would throw them away. You just replace them, you draw from your deck, um, and then the new cards are basically what you have for your starting hand. I got 3 spells here, and none of them are really particularly good, except for this one, because the Warlock just played this card that has a battle cry that does 3 damage to the Warlock. So he took 3 damage right off the bat in order to play that on the first turn. It has 3 attack and 2 health, basically. So you just go ahead and play that to kill it. And he took 3 damage on the first turn.
Put this apple on your head.
Of course, he plays another
Is someone injured?
card that's a 3/2. I have another Holy Smite, which is a spell card, by the way. It deals 2 damage. I can go ahead and use that on it and kill that card. Oh. He's probably really annoyed that those 2 cards got killed right now. Now see, this card, it says Battle Cry, silence a minion. When a minion is silenced, it basically crosses out the ability that they have on the card, so you don't get that ability. Um, that generally, it sucks. Sometimes you can use silences to your advantage on your own cards, but for the most
Right
part,
away.
it's not very fun to have happen, especially in that case, because usually this card allows me to draw a card every time a minion is healed. Because he silenced it and I just healed it, I didn't get to draw a card. The boards in the game are actually interactive as well, as you see the kite that's here. You can click that and actually let go of the kite, turn off the light, open the door here. It's generally like just, things to play around with. Okay, so now he played a minion. This minion has Divine Shield. As you see, the shield around it, basically if I were to attack it with this character, this minion, it would pop the shield, but this creature would not take any damage. So basically it wouldn't kill it. So what I need to do now, I don't really have anything in my hand that I can get rid of that with. So I'm just
Right
going to go
away.
ahead and attack to pop the shield, get rid of that, and end my turn. Oh, one more thing to talk about as far as the cards. As you see at the top, the blue gem, crystal, whatever you want to call it, with the number in it, that's the mana cost. That's how much each card is going to cost to play. So example, this one has 5 mana. What happens is you start out with 1 mana to begin the game, and each round it goes up 1 mana up to a maximum of 10. So right now I have 5 mana. I can go ahead and play this card. The battle cry is enemy spells cost 5 more. So if he wants to play a spell the next turn, it's going to have a mana cost of 5 added onto it. It makes it really hard for people to play spells, or generally they have to use all of their mana in order to be able to play one. One other thing I forgot to mention at the beginning as well is if you go second in a match, because you're technically put in a handicap at the start, what they do is they give you the coin for the person that goes second. The coin says gain 1 mana crystal this turn only. So if I had, right now I have 6 mana. If I had a card that cost 7 mana, what would happen is I could play this card, the coin. It would give me an extra mana crystal, so I'd have 7 and I'd be able to play that card. Or I could play something, say I have 6 right now, I could play this card that had 4, and I could play another card that has a mana cost of 3, and I'd be able to do that as well. So right now, I can't really kill anything on the board, but I do have Holy Nova. It says deal 2 damage to all enemies and restore 2 health. So I could basically kill these 2 creatures and leave this one at 1 health. So I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. And then I can end my turn.
Do you need a blessing?
Okay, let's see here. I have a few different options I can do right now. Um, this Drake is actually really good to play because it gains 1 health for each card in your hand. It doesn't count this card specifically, but it will count the other 6. So this card will actually go up to a 4/7, 4 damage, 7 health card if I were to play that. Along with that, I could double the minion's health, which would take it up to 14, and then I can play this card next to it, which Battlecry give adjacent minions taunt. Now taunt basically means that if he were to attack towards me, he would have to attack the creature on my board that has taunt first. But I'm actually going to hold off on doing this combo and just use this because it'll restore some health to me, deal 5 damage, and restore 5 health to your hero. I'm going to get rid of this card specifically because it's going to do damage to me. Now you also have a limited amount of time on your turn, so when this starts counting down, this fuse, once it gets to the end, your turn ends automatically.
Do you need a blessing? The light protects me.
Okay, so I think I'm going to go with the original plan now with the Twilight Drake. I'm going to go ahead and play that and then drop this on it to double its health. And then what I'll do is I'll taunt it, which you'll see a shield goes up around it. When that shield goes up, that means that his characters here have to attack that creature. And just for the sake of playing it, I'll go ahead and play this other card as well. Hopefully, when he attacks that, I'll be able to heal it and get a card from this. And of course, being a Warlock, he's able to just destroy it instantly. He used Siphon Soul. It says destroy a minion and restore 3 health to your hero. So he actually just destroyed that card and healed himself. This match actually is not looking too good, but we'll see. Maybe I'll be able to pull it off. And that's just the card I needed too. See, now what's going to happen is I'll go ahead and play this card. This card has the ability, it says, your cards and powers that restore health now deal damage instead. So since I have this, restore 4
You
health to
must
all
consider.
minions, it's going to wipe his board out. So what I'll do first is
Any
play this
ice
card
around?
and use my hero power, which my hero power would normally heal 2 health. I'll pop the shield that's on that creature, and then Circle of Healing, which becomes damage, and it just destroyed his entire board.
Why do you call?
Thoughtsteal. Thoughtsteal is a priest card. It says copy 2 cards from your opponent's deck and put them into your hand. So I'll go ahead and play that, and I get 2 of his cards, which I can go ahead now and silence his taunt. When you silence the taunt, it removes it, and I no longer have to automatically attack that card. So now I can go ahead and attack him directly to the face,
My pain.
and end my turn. Okay, and now I get the taunt again, so I can go ahead and actually put this on these
Shields
2.
up!
It's going to force him to attack them. I can heal myself, and then just go ahead
Join
and
or
attack him directly
die.
to continue putting damage on him. Okay, he just doesn't seem to want to leave anything on my side of the board. I can't play anything currently. There's no reason to use this card. It would just be a waste. And I don't want to double his minion's health. It would only go up to 2, but there's really no benefit for me to use that. It would just make it a little bit harder for me to kill it.
I'll divide on
He just did 3 damage to himself again, which is actually very good because it gives gets him down a little bit lower. The problem is he now has a 3-2 on the board, and I have no way of killing either of these. So I just need to go ahead and heal up and end my turn, and hopefully he's not able to kill me with a card that he may have in his hand right now.
The light protects me.
And it doesn't appear that he's able to. Now this is a difficult decision here. I guess I can go ahead and select this. Because this card is Battle Cry, choose a minion and become a copy of it. So I can actually just go ahead and select this minion right here. It becomes a copy of it exactly. And then I'll go ahead and double its health, and then heal myself, and end my turn. And of course he just top decks a card with charge. The card with charge basically allows that card to attack instantly without having to wait a turn, and that killed me. But for the most part, I mean, that's how a match works. Unfortunately, it didn't go in my favor, but Hopefully that gives you a little bit better understanding of the game when you play it. And yeah, that's about it. I'll go ahead and show you a few other things. As far as the cards go in this game is 100% free to play. You don't ever have to put any money into it. It just is a little bit easier if you do put money into it. And the reason for that being is it allows you to get the cards a lot quicker than if you were to play and earn gold. Gold can be found down here, and basically what the gold is you get it from doing various quests. If you click right here, it says quest log. I actually have one down here. It says 3 victories. If I were to get 3 victories, it gives me 40 gold. The 40 gold would be added to this total, and what you do is you go to the shop, and you can buy cards. You can buy cards, 1 pack, you get 5 cards in a pack. If you buy 1 pack for 100 gold, unfortunately I wish I had it right now, I would buy one. Or you can buy with real money. And the packs here for real money, as you see, it can get a little pricey. You can buy 40 packs for $50. Or you can buy, just other various 2 packs for $2.99 and so on. Another way to get cards is to play the arena. Now what the arena is you come in here, it's 150 gold to play. I of course don't have the gold, but you can spend $1.99 to play the arena as well. When you spend the $1.99, what you do is it'll give you an option of 3 different classes to play. They'll show up here, and you pick one. It then goes into a card draft where you get to pick one of 3 cards, kind of like the 3 classes, until you have a full list of cards of 30 cards. Now what that does is you go into the arena and you play, and you can get up to 12 wins in the arena. The thing is, once you get 3 losses, you can go 0-3. Once you do that, the game's over, or at least for the arena, and you get a reward at the end. The reward is always at least 1 pack of cards, and then other things such as gold or something else. Um, if you go happen to get 12 wins in the arena, instead of getting just 2 packages with like lesser items such as the pack of cards and so on, you can get up to, I believe, 5 packs that you open, or not packs of cards, but 5 packages that could have extra packs of cards, extra gold, or other items in it. So that's really the gist of it as far as the match goes, how to acquire cards, and everything else. Another thing I can show you as well would be hero powers. Sorry, let me back out of here and go to, I guess, collection. Now, my collection, like I said earlier, is not very large when it comes to actually having cards and everything. So I can't really show you too much there. However, if I click on a class, say the Druid for example, each class has its own specific hero power. If you scroll over this, it'll show it to you. This one says it gets +1 attack this turn and +1 armor. So an armor will actually show up on the character. Um, each character starts with 30 health. If he gets an armor, he essentially would have 1 armor plus 30 health. It's almost like having 31 health. When he is attacked, that armor has to be taken off first before his health pool starts going down. So that's basically what that means. The priest that I just played, restore 2 health, you can use that whether on the player itself or on the minions, which you may have seen. The mage has a fire blast that does 1 damage. Again, you can do it to anything on the board or to the opposing player. The Warlock, which I just faced in that match, the life tap, it says draw a card and take 2 damage. So he's going to take damage, but he's able to draw an extra card. Hunter, it says it deals 2 damage to the enemy hero. So if you were to use this, you do 2 automatic damage to your enemy hero, which is a really good way to bring their health pool down throughout the game. Paladin, which has the hero power of summon a 1/1 Silverhand recruit. That's a good way to get minions on the board and just generally give your opponent, something to target if they decide they don't want you to have minions on the board. It pretty much negates them from doing direct damage to your face. The rogue, um, it equips a 1/2 dagger. The rogue is able to equip weapons instead of just having minions on the board in front of it. It can have a weapon. This one specifically equips a 1/2 dagger, which that's 1 attack and 2 durability. Now, if the rogue is attacked directly, that durability does not break, unlike the health of the minions when they're attacked, the health goes down. How the durability goes down is each time the rogue attacks with the dagger, the durability goes down by 1. It can only attack once per turn, just like a minion. So that's how it uses that. The shaman, it says summon a random totem. There can be 4 different totems that the shaman can summon. One of them has a taunt on it, which the taunt, causes them to have to target it. Another one restores 1 health to all friendly minions, which it's basically a heal for all of your minions for once per turn. And there's 2 other ones as well. I can't think of them off the top of my head. And the warrior, the last card, or last hero, sorry, it says gain 2 armor. So like I spoke about the druid receiving armor, the druid is able to attack with for 1 and gets 1 armor. The warrior gets 2 armor, but it doesn't get the attack. So he could essentially build up a armor shield really in front of him so his health points don't go down. And each hero has their own specific hero power. Like I said, they all cost 2 mana. So you actually need to spend mana to be able to use this. If you don't have the mana, you can't use it. That's how that works. You can't just, freely go ahead and use it, whenever you want throughout the turn. And as far as that goes, I think that's really it. If you want to know anything else about the game, really, just, go ahead and leave a comment. Let me know, and I can go ahead and explain that or, make a future video and let you know.